here is importing coffee directly from farmers in a way that makes them sustainable and lets them fulfill their calling locally. In the 2000s, I was traveling a lot. It began really to see the inadequacies of philanthropy or of nonprofits to really create wealth. It really depended on handouts. Handouts are a lot like heroin, cocaine. They create a dependency, and it destroys initiative. And it wasn't because of their lack of work or ethic or they're not lazy. They had great ideas. They were growing coffee. So there is a help that hurts.
Probably over 90% of the work of the coffee getting into your cup that you can drink is done on the farm and by the farmers and the workers on that farm. And yet, they get usually the short end of the stick.
Now, I was paying $15 a pound for coffee at Starbucks, and I was trying to figure out, why are you saying you have no money? And I'm paying $15 a pound.
We go down and say, what do you need so you can give us what we need? And how can we do that in a way that mutually benefits you and your community and is sustainable, so we know that we can trust you and have this relationship in the future?
Business to business. It's not about, just the handouts, but this is an actual business. We have to trust him and he has to trust us. And just to see the difference that makes is just exciting.
These people that touch this little bean, that pick this off of a coffee plant, they're able to have a bit better life.
It's just coffee. That's the crazy thing. But it's coffee. It's 25 million families that annually depend on it for their livelihood, and it's a product with blood on its hands, but it can change, and it is changing.
Well, with us now is Paul Kurtz, who, as you saw, has made it his mission to offer a hand up to coffee growers all over the world. Joining him is Audie Blaylock, a bluegrass group, Audie Blaylock and Redline, who teamed up with Paul to create a coffee brand to also help others. It's called the Redline Roast. Well, Paul, Audie, thank you guys for being here. And Paul, our Huck's hero tonight, I love the story of you're helping people across the world to farm coffee and actually make a living at it.
Yeah.
What started you with this?
I think working 22 years for a mission agency, that we did a lot of good things in communities, wells, agricultural projects, helping churches do leadership conferences, but there was always next year another request for a handout.
Yeah.
And there's only so much good handouts do. It creates dependency. And my mind started spinning. You've got this product that is tied to a commodity pricing system. How cheap can we buy it? There's 100 steps that a coffee farmer goes to make good coffee. And it's offering a fair wage for this product that they pour their heart and soul into.
One of the things that I'm most impressed by is that you're doing this to empower people in these developing countries to be able to take care of their families in a way that some of them otherwise would never be able to do unless they had some government handout.
In northern Thailand, among the Aka tribe, one of the tribes, there's 80 women who are full-time employed. Most of them were sex trafficked. And when they heard there's work in the village, found their way home. You go to that village today, it's like the kingdom of God at work. There's a thriving community, children running around, women singing. They've got jobs with dignity. And much better than just sending money to the village by the government to help them survive. You need another handout.
Audie, one of the things that it kind of makes it all real for you to be here is that there's a connection that you have with Paul in a special brand of coffee that relates to the band that you have called Redline. Tell us about how that happened.
Well, through Reed Jones, who plays bass in the band. He is a coffee connoisseur like the rest of us. Reed developed the relationship over several years with Paul and Grace, and so we approached them about a partnership, and the rest is history. And we developed this coffee, and they have been more than gracious and accommodating, and I must say that it's really nice to do business with someone that has integrity.